गुवाहाटी में आज से पूर्वोत्तर स्वाभिमान उत्सव शुरू हुआ है। आज से आयोजित इस उत्सव में पूर्वोत्तर के गुमनाम वीरों को याद किया जा रहा है। इस उत्सव में रक्षा मंत्री राजनाथ सिंह के अलावा पूर्वोत्तर राज्यों के कई मुख्यमंत्री और सेना के वरिष्ठ अधिकारी भाग ले रहे हैं। उधर कार्यक्रमों के तहत आज 100 वीरांगनाओं को भी सम्मानित किया गया। सुबह शुरू हुए कार्यक्रम के पहले अंश में सेना के शीर्ष अधिकारियों की मौजूदगी में शुरुआती संबोधन और बातचीत हुई। इस दौरान कार्यक्रम में वरिष्ठ पत्रकार और नॉर्थ ईस्ट लाइव के एडिटर इन चीफ वासफीर हुसैन समेत यूपीएससी के पूर्व चेयरपर्सन और नेहरू के प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर डेविड शिमले और रिटायर्ड लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल डॉक्टर सुब्रत साहा मौजूद हैं।
The contribution of Northeast's role in India's freedom struggle, or for that matter, in nation building, and role of the army in promoting integration of Northeastern region with the national mainstream. Why is the Assam government doing this Lachit anniversary celebrations in such a mega scale? I would hazard a guess, perhaps it is because people like icons like Lachit Borphukan have remained buried in the pages of history, confined to Assam. Perhaps there is need for the nation to recognize Lachit Borphukan as a national icon. He's not just an icon of Assam. He was not an Ahom general alone. He managed to defeat the invaders and protect this far eastern corner of Bharat that was in the 17th century. Therefore, these are national icons. If Chhatrapati Shivaji was battling the Mughals in Western India at that time, because Lachit Borphukan was a contemporary of Shivaji, but how many people outside the country know that? Similarly, our freedom fighters, Professor David Siamlier is going to speak on that. Our freedom fighters, whether it is Kuhal Kumar, whether it is Kanaklata of Assam, whether it is Tirath Singh of Meghalaya, whether it is Bir Tikendra Singh in Manipur, and so on and so forth, whether it is Rani Gaidilu, who was recognized by the Indian government later. How many people outside the country know? But that doesn't mean that the Northeast doesn't have a contribution.
दूसरे दिन यानी कल सरू सजाई स्थित इंदिरा गांधी एथलेटिक्स स्टेडियम में एक कार्यक्रम आयोजित किया जाएगा, जिसमें सशस्त्र बलों द्वारा हथियारों और उपकरणों का प्रदर्शन किया जाएगा। साहसिक गतिविधियों का भी प्रदर्शन होगा। फ्यूजन बैंड, कॉन्सर्ट और सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम भी होंगे। इसके बाद पहली बार गुवाहाटी में ड्रोन शो भी होगा। वहीं पहले दिन यानी कल खानापाड़ा स्थित प्रशासनिक कॉलेज के प्रेक्षागृह में कॉन्क्लेव का आयोजन किया गया है। और इस कार्यक्रम के आयोजन को लेकर जियो से इंचार्ज राणा प्रताप कलिता ने क्या कहा, आपको सुनाते हैं।
I extend a very hearty welcome to all the distinguished panelists and the attendees here today morning. And I'm extremely grateful to the panelists for having taken out their valuable time to be present here today and tell us about the Northeast in general and the contributions of Northeast towards national building in particular. As the celebration of Lachit Borphukan's 400th birth anniversary dawns on us, we remember his leadership in bravery in warding off repeated Mughal attacks on Ahom kingdom. From the times of this great general to the present times, there have been numerous luminaries from the Northeast who have contributed towards nation building, some known and some unsung heroes. We have organized this event, Purvottar Swabhiman Divas, for 2 days to pay our respect to all these brave sons and daughters of the Northeast as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. As you all are aware, the Northeastern region is India's gateway to the Southeast Asia and beyond. It is India's land bridge and lies on the territorial frontier of India's eastward engagement. It is also one of the most culturally diverse areas of the world, being home to over 200 tribes. The rich tapestry of cultures of Northeast is reflected in its highly developed art forms. Economically also, the region is rich in natural resources of tea, oil, and timber. It is a veritable powerhouse with a potential of more than 50,000 megawatt of hydroelectric power and an abundant reserve of fossil fuels. Ecologically, Northeast is a part of Indo-Burma biodiversity hotspot, and it represents one of the highest avian and plant biodiversity of Indian subcontinent. At the time of independence, the northeastern region was amongst the most prosperous regions of India. Our aim and vision for it is to return to the position of economic eminence it held till a few decades ago. Human resource is the single most promising development asset of the Northeast. Talented people with standards of literacy well above the national average, their potential must be suitably harnessed through sustained public and private initiatives. The determination to close the gap between the rest of the country and the northeastern region and to restore the region to a position of national economic eminence is well evidenced by the landmark decision to earmark 10% of the gross budgetary allocation of all ministries of the union government exclusively for the Northeast. So while we acknowledge that the process has been set in motion quite suitably, it needs to be driven further with energy, enthusiasm, and impetus. Comprehensive implementation of the Act East policy is relevant to the entire country, but particularly important for the long-term growth of the Northeast. And therefore, agenda for its implementation needs active association and participation from all stakeholders of Northeast. The region's accessibility has always remained a challenge due to geographical reasons, and that is why connectivity remains an important issue for the entire northeastern region. A vibrant framework needs to be developed to make the region a preferred investment destination. Another key aspect of the Northeast is the tremendous potential of tourism, which if optimally exploited can propel the region towards rapid development. It is therefore necessary to foster inclusivity and drive awareness campaigns to change the perceptions from being a remote region into a renowned region. The panel discussion here today is an appropriate forum to spread awareness about the role of unsung heroes of the northeastern region in India's independence struggle, contribution of the Indian Armed Forces, and other important organizations of the government like Northeastern Council, Assam Rifles, Northeastern Frontier Railways, towards overall development of the region, promote its integration as also further cement civil-military liaison. It will also serve as a fitting tribute to the indomitable spirit of the. We have aptly assembled here today at the gateway of the Northeast, that's Guwahati, to discuss, analyze, and enlighten ourselves on the contribution of India's northeastern region. I am sanguine that this conclave will serve as a harbinger to propel this glorious region to achieve greater laurels. I also take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude and appreciation to all of you who generously helped us to make this event possible. We all look forward to a very active participation and fruitful discussion towards the same. Jai Hind.